Welcome back into this Tell Me moment. Today so many people are just slapped out, worn out completely. They're just beaten down. So I have a simple question for you. Have you accepted Jesus' invitation to enjoy eternal rest in Him? Have you accepted that invitation? His spiritual rest is never ending and is always, always available. This reminds me of what it says in the book of Matthew chapter 11 verse 28. In Matthew 11:28 it says this, "Come to me all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Some time ago I was on an airplane quite some time ago, and I was reading in the In-Flight magazine about how the highway system was constructed in the United States. And it was an interesting article. Right? When the interstate highway system began in 1956, commercial interests like gas stations and food stores and motels, they were not allowed except at the exits. And that's why it's the way it is today. Why? To provide access to facilities along the freeway, to provide rest stops, and they were built there. Right? But the rest provided was only temporary. That's what it was designed for. Once refreshed, what happened? The driver, it was back on the freeway again until the next rest stop, right? And all of us who have experienced the highway systems in the U.S. understand what I'm talking about. Now, all of us, the truth of the matter is, we need rest. Okay? So when Jesus invites us to come to Him, saying He will give us rest, because we just read that in Matthew 11:28, right? Exactly what kind of rest is He offering? And that's a good question. What is He? Remember the Samaritan woman who wanted to be cured permanently of her thirst? Remember that story in John chapter 4, verse 15? We might desire for Jesus to give us perpetual rest, such that we never grow weary again. We're going to get there one time. We are. We're going to get there sometime. Right? I want you to understand. Right? But let me tell you something. But that is not the rest that Jesus offers us. Look, His rest is the same rest that's described in the very beginning of the Bible in Genesis chapter 2, verses 2 and 3. God, what did God do? God rested. He rested from His creating. Not because He was tired, because God cannot get tired, okay? But because He had finished doing what? He had finished creating an environment in which He and mankind could fellowship together. See, do you understand that our union with God through Christ offers that same rest through the renewed fellowship with God? That's what He's doing. So listen, that's why I'm asking the question. Look, I'm talking to people all over the place right now who said they're just so tired. They're tired of this world. Jesus offers you a rest. Again, have you accepted, okay, Jesus' invitation to enjoy eternal rest in Him? The great Watchman Nee, that Chinese Christian, okay, of years gone by, he said this, and it's a quote that has stayed in my head. He said, "Our rest lies in looking to the Lord, not to ourselves." Our rest lies looking to the Lord and not to ourselves.